2,
Here we go.
1.
Super Bowl champs. That's all I can say. We dominated. We crushed them. We took their spirits, felt the ass. We took their livelihoods. We took their wives, their children. It's all about the birds. We're all champs today. We'll all be champs for the entire season. Let's talk about it. Come on back. You're listening to the Santa Boone First Podcast.
Boo 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 boo. Boo 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 boo.
We're back. Another episode of the Santa Boone First Podcast, and we're back as champions. World effing champions. We'll keep it. No energy?
You can say it.
I got no energy.
No FCC here.
Yeah, it's been a long week. I'm going to be honest. I'm a little exhausted.
Me too.
And I wasn't even in New Orleans.
Me too.
We got a parade tomorrow.
Yes.
We got to get up early. So I'll give you as much energy as I got, but I'm saving some of it for tomorrow. All right, youngin?
Sure.
All right. I'll be your bartender for the evening. Jim Marcus to my left. Brody Marcus. Talking about energy. Right? Look at that energy, champ. To his left.
I was weaker than Andrews. What's up?
There's no. I was expecting a little southern drawl after the weekend.
We're not
Donald.
Brian Kelly.
Kennedy.
Down in
Martin.
LSU.
Deke. Elder statesman.
I want my title.
Champion of the
I
world.
want my title.
The champ.
What up, James?
What's going on? To his left, special guest tonight, the eldest Martin, the elder of the elder statesman, Pat Martin. Good evening, Pat.
Good evening, Jim.
Champ, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
To his left, the Don, the nicest hair on the dais,
Yeah.
DJ.
Well, as always, I actually did get a compliment in the world.
Was it nice?
Yeah.
They like it down
They
there?
don't have cuts like this.
They
in
don't have the
South.
nice fades
Nah.
down there.
Who?
That's
The blind man. The blind man on the blind guy. Oh, I like your hair.
The blind drunk guy.
Yeah.
He couldn't stand up.
Yeah.
There's a few of them down there.
To DJ's left, El Presidente. Day one, Jalen Hurts. He's going to change his kid's name, apparently.
It's possible.
Possible. Going to court on Tuesday to get it officially done.
Correct.
Aaron Jalen.
The ruthless Ryan Smitty.
Just gotta say, I told you so.
Did you
You should get a T-shirt for the parade tomorrow. That just says I told you so. Number
Did you
one.
cry?
Nah.
You didn't cry? I would expect some tears if the guy I die hard for did all that. I'd probably be like, thank you.
It's just kind of like all those
You
3
weren't
years of
surprised.
arguments and trying to get
You just knew all along,
Yeah. It's like the story was already written.
Oh
Right?
my God.
Is that what he said?
Now he's dropping his quotes.
Yeah,
Right.
no, he's not.
And,
Keeping us live and on the air, behind the camera. Nate, Money Pot, Moss.
Day 1.
They won.
It was.
Another champ in the room.
All champs.
All champs. We're all champs. Room full of champs. And we'll be champs for the year. And what do you think?
So does that mean you're
What
not?
do you think?
Wait, hold
We
on.
got a window
Hold on.
that's opening
Does that
rather
mean,
than
does
shutting?
Does that mean we don't need to hear from him? Hey, a 3P would have been pretty cool. That's
Honestly, I
You
think
can
if
suck
you
it.
look around the NFL, the next team that has the best chance
Is
at
the
a
Eagles.
repeat is the Eagles.
Well, yeah, dynasties and swim.
Youngest defense in the league, ton of money to spend. You have most of
the
your talent.
smartest GM in the league.
Best GM in the league, best owner in the
And
league.
the draft.
Miles Garrett's already on. Miles Garrett's going to be
All
an
the
Eagle.
way?
Oh my
Yeah.
God. We don't. I don't even
Philly?
listen. I don't even know if we need him to win again.
He's on the flight right now.
What about if I tell you that you're just gonna end up?
He's on the bus tomorrow.
What about,
He's
what
on the
about
floor.
Sweat's just gonna come back? And you're not gonna lose
I
draft
don't-
capital.
I trust Howie with
Right.
any
So stop worrying about it.
So
And Howie we trust.
Right. You might find some guy over in Australia that's played
that's
rugby.
true.
And he's
No,
our
no.
he's a
He might.
Oh,
He might. That's an amazing. But where did you find? Is that Chat GPT or?
I don't know where that came from. I
That's
found it
crazy.
somewhere. Got a lot of
there's a smile.
fun photos in there. Yeah. Jalen, I love to see the guy smile. I said jokingly when we were in here, like he hasn't smiled since they lost the last Super Bowl. But he's still all business. We were talking before, like he doesn't seem like a guy that gets too rah-rah, right? See
No,
him
he's
finally
already
smile
saying.
and enjoy it. It's good to see.
They've already said this isn't satisfying enough.
Yeah?
Yeah,
AJ said it.
Smitty.
Devontae, Jalen Hurts has said we got to come back and like.
Barkley said he kind of takes back the dives to talk. Champagne was talking.
Like,
but
it's
still.
crazy. Like these guys want more. Like I love that. It's great they're on the one, but they want it.
Jalen still has that picture on his phone.
And he said he's not changing it.
He said, "Why should I?"
Yeah, said it's more motivation.
Yeah, and I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
And AJ Brown said 2 days is enough. Let's get back to work.
Yeah, that's incredible. That's the type of team this is. Their mindset.
They're having practice after the speech.
They probably are. It wouldn't surprise me if they went to the work.
They might even have practice on the arc exam once you're done.
Think there's a tush push?
That would be awesome.
Art museum tush
That
push?
would be awesome. They should do that. They should do that.
I would love to see that.
They should do it along the route.
I'm curious to see who comes out of the woodwork.
Who's
So we
the
know
Super
it's not
Bowl? Who's the Super Bowl hero? Like who gives the Jason
The
Kelce
speech hero?
CJ or Nick. Nick could be a good one.
Nick's gonna get
There's a
emotional.
lot of people
Nick's gonna get
down
emotional.
I kind of feel bad that people are talking about this. Who's going to give the Jason speech? Because you're never going to top
No, but
that speech.
Wait a minute.
You
Hold
may
on.
not even come close to that.
You don't know.
speech.
What
We don't know yet.
What happens?
We don't know
What
yet.
happens at the exciting white
Dude,
kid on
that
put on his
speech
show?
was over the
Listen,
top.
he gave you Super Bowl tickets, but it doesn't mean that he can get better. All right, right?
You don't
Dude,
know.
you don't know. What
yet.
happens if Zach Paul comes from the top rope? You don't know.
I feel like Sirianni could give out a really good speech, like emotional and a big FU. to
Or if
everyone
Big
that
Dom
got him.
comes.
I hope
Big Dom
has a speech.
Yeah, we
Oh,
don't need.
no offense, Dom.
No
but
offense,
Do you
Dom.
think-
We don't need.
Who do you think? Do you think it's going to be an offensive or a defensive player?
I think whoever wants.
Yeah,
Like the most excited one?
Like, do you think Barkley's going to say much?
I think he'll speak, but he doesn't seem like he's like, he'll give it.
Do you think Hurts will say much?
No,
No.
I don't think Hurts will
No,
even talk.
No.
No, Hurts will definitely talk. He has to. talk.
He'll talk for about a minute and a half and say, work's not done.
Thanks
Something
a
like
lot.
that.
We'll be back.
Keep the main, keep the main thing.
Here's
main thing.
somebody that I'm going to give you a little bit, not outside, but he likes to speak a lot. I'm going to be surprised if Slay goes a little off from his
Slay?
podcast.
What if BG comes out and says I ain't done yet?
I ain't going nowhere.
I wouldn't be
Yeah.
shocked. I wouldn't be shocked.
Nice.
I wouldn't be
think he's
shocked.
done.
I think he's done. And how do you not go out like on top?
Yeah, but if he
And he
thinks,
can do anything he wants with the Eagles
If they-
or in Philly.
if-
Yes.
Yeah,
Like in
if
terms
yes.
of a job.
if
you
he
know,
thinks
it's not
that he can
like-
win again, he might. I wouldn't put past BG because when they tried to push him the other day, he was like, not sure. I agree that he
I
should.
think he's 75% committed to retiring.
Do you think Slay could retire?
No.
No.
He said he wants one more year.
Yeah, but that was
said that
before
before
they
they
won
won.
the trophy. You go out a winner, dude.
He played really well this year. I mean, I'm not the biggest Slay guy, but the dude was
Yeah,
excellent
Slay played
this
well.
year.
I know you.
I'm
You
not a
just
big Slay guy, but he played
I'm not a
really
huge
well.
Slay guy, but he
I
played
don't-
great all year.
Personally, I don't have anything against him. I just thought
You
he
do.
was soft.
You
He
do.
had soft coverage.
But he didn't
everyone
give up
that cushion.
much, dude.
But he made a lot of plays. These big plays.
Well, he's
How many-
older.
how many
so
big plays?
He's got to give up that. little
I wouldn't be
bit.
surprised if one of these rookies
That's
like
Fangio's
Cooper.
MO.
That's a little, Cooper could get a
Play
little
soft,
turned up.
but nothing behind him.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ben, don't break.
Yeah, you like that too. Something behind
Oh
you.
my God, you're right. I do. I'm like, I am
Tush push.
a big fan of the touch push.
Well, according to Hurts,
Oh, yeah.
well, we're not worried about that right now. According to Hurts, it's not called the touch push, but he won't release what
The
it's
brotherly
called.
show.
Well,
Nope.
Oh,
he,
well,
won't,
they call
you know what?
it in the
he won't give you
Who
the
was
official
saying
name.
Shit, who was it on the radio today?
What?
They were talking about that on a show today, and I can't remember who
He
it
didn't have
was.
his voice
But-
all week, and now he gets it back.
But I can still hear it's a little.
It's
little
been
hoarse.
so great around the house. Not having his
Dude, you guys.
It was some ex-player. I can't remember who it was. He said probably the reason why he wouldn't say the name is because he might say that at the line of scrimmage, and if he gives out the
What, like
word that they
Tiger
use,
Wire?
Tiger Wire. Tiger Wire.
That was
if he
brutal.
gives out the
First
word
game,
that they use to
cadence it. Like,
right,
yeah.
he doesn't want to give that away, and that's why he was playing coy. and not giving anything away.
I just saw it on the picture. You think Gilly's in the parade tomorrow?
Yes,
Oh, yeah,
absolutely.
You think he's on a
You think he's on the lead bus?
Yeah, I
You think
was-
he's getting-
I was just
you
gonna
think
say
he's
he's on the
getting,
lead float.
You think he's getting speech time?
Actually, maybe he drives
Is
his little
Meek
buggy
I would.
Oh yeah, you're
instead of the
right.
bus.
Yeah, and he's just gonna have to blow the whistle on repeat
Yeah.
the whole
Uh-huh.
time, blasting.
Yep.
That's
Do
actually.
you think that some of the other guys like Kevin Hart and all,
I hope not. He wasn't.
Well,
in the first
Hart
one.
might because he sponsored all the
Meek?
Meek's
no.
not.
Kelsey's. You know what would be cool if Gilly and Kelsey rode together?
Is Dawkins gonna be in
with
it?
the broom guy and his little eagle too.
Is he still part of the organization?
No, he's not.
He's not anymore.
I don't think he even lives here anymore. I think he's back home.
You know what Kelsey's gonna do? He's gonna ride around in that little golf cart.
He wanted to
Oh,
bust
yeah.
it up.
Yeah,
Nah, that's Swoop's card, isn't it?
that's swoops. But I'd be cool if Gilly and Kelsey rode together in the little buggy. That'd be pretty cool. But I don't see that happening.
How about if they had Travis's ex there? If CJ
She was
brought
on
her-
the field celebrating.
Yeah, but if CJ
That
brought
was
her on the
crazy.
bus.
Yeah, well, that'd be next
Couldn't you
level.
think he would?
Is he married?
No.
He doesn't
He
have a girl?
was already called out by his baby mama for not being a good dad. And he's like, I already got, he's like, I got a ring.
Who's that?
CJ.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's the one thing I will say.
That's why you got his shirt.
No,
Did you
I
see
like
that
8 for
story?
Kobe.
The story about the draft? The Eagles took him
Yeah.
off the draft board because he tried to pick up the chicken beats.
yeah.
What,
really?
No, but you know what?
heard that, yeah.
And Brody's been saying it all year, and he's right, dude. Like that, he brought so much swag to that defense that they didn't have.
Yeah, we're missing it this year.
Yeah. No.
I said any play.
You know what's funny too? Like, you didn't hear his name a lot throughout the season. Like,
Didn't he have like 6
he
years?
did he have 6 picks?
Yeah.
I feel like they didn't even have that
He's
many.
playing better than Slay.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
You know what's crazy? What's crazy is like these rookies came in. Have you
Immediately
listen?
stars.
That's the thing I was gonna say. When is the last time? That I'm sure it's happened when 2 rookies came in and made that type of impact on their first year to win a Super Bowl. Because if you think about
I'd
it,
have to really
Quinyon and
think
Cooper
about it.
were ridiculous. Like Cooper didn't give up a touchdown all year. And here's the other part. He was hurt in the beginning of the year, and he didn't even start the first 4 or 5 weeks. Remember?
Yeah.
He was hurt when we went down to training camp.
You would think it would be offensive players, but
Yeah, it's been a while
Well,
since.
When's the last
The
time?
Rams had 2 rookies this year. They didn't go to the Super Bowl.
yeah.
They had 2 that were in the running
Yeah,
for rookie of the year.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's like
Yeah.
freaking he had a pick 6 on his birthday.
Yeah.
As a rookie. Can you imagine like these guys you get
What'd you do for your 22nd birthday?
don't even remember.
Bet it wasn't a pick 6.
Something
in the
else.
Super
But it's
Bowl.
just don't you think
That's
it's
a Penn State.
it's like crazy. The both guys that they hit on in
The
this draft.
immediate impact that they've made is
And then look
it's
at it.
hard to look back.
The 2 years before, Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter. Like it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Jordan Davis had a
He
good
said after the interception, he says, "Here's a guy. He's 20. He just intercepted Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl and ran it back for a touchdown, and he probably had trouble getting served in a bar
Yeah.
Yeah.
because he looks so
You
young."
won't have to worry about them.
Nobody will know him if he's in the
Yeah.
bar. Like, who's this kid?
I wonder if any of them will speak. I think they're rookies.
Um,
I feel like he's.
I feel like Quignon's not a loud guy. I don't think he
Yeah, I don't remember him saying much.
I don't know. He talks a lot of
Yeah.
trash after. They
He
talk.
talks the most trash.
He
on the
talks
field,
the most
apparently.
trash.
Yeah.
AJ
You don't
Brown
see
said
him,
that.
like,
I don't know, man. Somebody's gonna come off the top rope that you least expect.
Oh,
Howie Rose.
stay tuned and
Nah,
find
yeah.
out.
Howie Rose.
You said Nolan Smith,
Rated
which is a
man.
good one.
Rated man? Why not?
Jake Elliott.
Elliott. Yeah, did you see the picture of him after the game?
With the stuff.
The stogie and the cig in the mouth and the,
The
beard.
dart.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Who's that?
Jake
Yeah.
Elliott.
Oh yeah.
Like the
Yeah.
Ben
Yeah, yeah. It was pretty cool.
If you think, like, I keep thinking about this whole, like, how hard it is, right? Like, I remember how pissed off all of us were, right? Like, that when they lost 2 years ago, I remember DJ and I didn't want to talk at all. We said we didn't want to talk heavy. But if you think about it, like, the mindset of this team, like, the guys that have been there for 2 years, for them to have to deal with that and then get back and then win, it's, like, kind of unheard of. If you think about it, how many
Well,
they
no,
talk about, right?
How many teams have done it? What?
Right, I think it was like Elway.
Chiefs,
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like,
it's not a lot.
and
But-
beat the same team. And the thing is like I keep going back to the fact that I know we can't go back in history, but if you really think about it, when CJ made that comment and we talked about the playing surface, and do you think if that was like they played them on the Superdome, they would have whooped their ass the first time? Like, do you think they that much
Whooped
better?
their ass, I don't know, but they would have beat
I
them.
think they would have won.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they would have won.
The Chiefs were a better team.
Yes.
Yeah.
The
But
two
I
teams
still-
were
that
different
day,
teams.
the
back
But
Eagles
then.
see,
better.
it kept going back to everything that we said this year. Like Chiefs got by the skin of their teeth, and like Brody's been saying it all year. Like,
The
they
refs.
barely beat. But I'm saying even just count the reps. They barely beat Vegas. They barely beat Carolina. Like, I don't think, even if you look at Vegas, like, nobody expected them to get the dog walk like the way they did. Like, they got smoked.
Yeah.
Like, if you think about it, 40-22 isn't even a true snapshot.
No.
They were up 34 nothing.
The real score is 40-6.
Right. And if the Eagles wanted to, they probably could have scored 60 on them.
Yeah, there was
Right?
a lot of meat.
Am I right? I mean, if you think about it,
I was hoping Kenny.
what do you think about this?
Toss one up.
Let's think about this. It really should have been 47 because that bullshit on the AJ
Yes,
Brown.
yes.
There's
Dude,
no way you called
that's
it.
when
When
I
they
think-
said that,
that's
I'm
when I
like,
think-
here we go.
That's when I think he lost his voice. Was on that call.
That early?
Dude,
I mean,
it was
it
so
was
big.
bullshit. It was bullshit. It was
We
super
saw the
unfair.
replay and we're like,
Yeah, but you know what? They did make it up on the
I was
downside.
saying that
Yeah,
the
no.
next series they made up.
Yeah,
yeah.
They did.
But the Goddard one in real time, if I was a ref, I would have thought it too. He got right to it. It looked like it. Yeah. But I'll take it.
So
It's still one.
still one.
Oh, yeah, dude, we smoked.
So the first Super Bowl was really like we didn't expect to be there, right? The season was going great, but you lose your starting quarterback. The whole underdog
Speak
scene.
for yourself.
Speak for yourself.
I knew all.
We all picked the Super Bowl that year for the Eagles to go.
Yeah, with Wentz.
The Patriots, yeah.
I'm pretty sure if
You
go
weren't
back
with us.
and-
I'm talking to Patriots. Super Bowl.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure if you go
This.
back.
Oh
to-
yeah. This team's more dominant. By
If you
far.
go back.
Is that
to
where we're
that
going?
episode, it's
I was
not
just-
bad.
That was the
Rams
first
won,
year we
yeah.
started
Right.
this podcast,
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and as soon as Wentz went down, we were like,
Wait, who'd you guys
Great,
bring in
because
when
we were-
Hurts?
we were an underdog the rest of the season. That whole thing happened.
And then
and
I
it was
came,
just-
and I came in
it
for
was
the
massive.
Hurts.
This Super Bowl was just a complete
Blue pill. Give him the blue
ass
pill.
whooping.
Blue chip.
We just crushed them. Like this was total business.
Oh yeah, that
Those
was
guys-
Yeah, that was a whooping.
Like I said, the Commanders shouldn't have even been on the field. The Chiefs played like they shouldn't even have stepped in.
We dominated every game in the playoffs. Besides maybe even the Rams, we dominated. We gave up. It was too close at the end, but yeah, but we dominated every single game in the playoffs. I think they trailed for a total of what?
5 minutes and 18
5
seconds.
minutes, 18 seconds.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
And one of them was because Elliott missed the PAT.
Yeah, like they dominated every single game in the playoffs. Put up the most points in NFL history in the playoffs.
You talk about being on a business trip. I saw Saquon Barkley's interview right before the game, and he was just very no emotion, just focus. And finally, as he's walking away, the interviewer says, "Oh, by the way, happy birthday." He turned around and looked at him and didn't even.
I saw it on the field, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
He
just,
just turned around and that was it. Didn't say thank you. He was just didn't even acknowledge it.
Yeah, I was gonna say when I was watching the pre-games and the Eagles came in and when the Eagles went off the field, they were like all business. There were no smiles, nothing. You could tell. Like even like Coach Nick's face after they had that pick six. If you watch NFL films, dude, it was like, dude, we're gonna kill this team, and we're not gonna stop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You went up 27 nothing, and it's like let's go,
60 on them.
let's go for it.
They could have done whatever they wanted to that defense. The Chiefs had zero answer on
They had
either
none.
side of the ball.
None. It was astonishing to watch our complete and total domination
And
of the line of
they
scrimmage
talk
on
about
both sides.
Spags being, and he is a great defensive coordinator, but
Well, you
I've
did.
never played a down of football in my life. I know if you're blitzing, you better not have man coverage on the outside and all across.
Yeah, but
the
they
field.
have to.
That's what they did the whole game.
But
But that's
that's-
just ran. He had all these lanes.
Right, because they were
It's
so
like,
afraid of
dude,
Saquon.
yeah.
I'm not dumb enough to do that.
Yeah,
Why
but they
are
were
you?
so. But here's the thing. This is what we always talked about this year when we talked about the Eagles. When they put a full
Like
game
Spags
together,
got
they're
exposed,
impossible
man.
to beat. If you stack the box, Hurts beats you.
Yeah,
If you stop the run, now you're one-on-one coverage with AJ Smitty
and you're
and
never-
Jahan
and
Dotson.
you're not winning that battle.
Jahan Dotson,
You're not
like
winning
you know what I
that
mean?
battle.
Like you're not.
It was literally pick your poison.
Correct.
How do you want to?
How do you want to get your ass beat?
want
How
a
do you
slow
want to-
death or a
Yeah,
quick
exactly.
right?
Yeah.
They
Death
You're-
by 1,000 cuts.
they picked their poison, and that was to stop Saquon. They said, like the old Jordan rules,
Yeah.
anybody but Jordan. Theirs was anybody but Saquon. But
You forgot
Jordan,
he got Saquon or Hurts and Devontae
Right.
Smith.
whereas Jordan didn't have nearly the skill players that we do, you're stupid to pick one and leave the other one completely open. Not only did they leave the receivers, one-on-one, but once those guys got picked up, when the blitz got picked up, when he stepped up into the pocket,
Right.
he had 10 yards of open field in front of him.
Yeah.
to run.
Yeah.
He set a Super Bowl record for running by a quarterback.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. The other thing too that if you notice with him, and I think he learned in the Washington game, he's fine on his sliding. Every time he got it, he's sliding.
Gets out of
And
bounds,
he found like
Yes.
he picked the perfect spots. And once he got that first down, or once he knew he was going to get hit, he got down.
And he got out of bounds like DJ just said.
Yeah.
He's
There
fine.
were,
He's
there
doing
were a
that.
lot of plays where he could have ran and taken off, but guys were just so wide open, just
Yeah, I thought that was one of the best games where he saw the whole field too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Other than the interception, which he tried to, I think, what's his name? Jurgens missed the coverage and he got it. He tried to get the ball over Hurts or to Brown, but other than that, like he really saw the field really
These last two games he played, Washington and the Super Bowl, he was dynamic in every aspect.
Can you say that again?
He was Jalen Hurts.
No.
QB1 was dynamic.
Wait, can we start?
He wants another word. It begins with a D.
Yeah, but you said
What's that E word?
you
that he
said
wants to
you
throw
would
out there?
you said you would use it now.
Well,
Is it?
Is elite? Yes.
He's elite.
Elite.
clip it.
He is elite. Foles or Hurts?
It's Hurts.
All right, Hurts.
Hurts is
All right, make it sure. Make it
Hurts is the
sure.
greatest quarterback in Eagles history.
He has to be. I don't even think it's close. You go to 2 Super Bowls.
Nobody's ever
in
done what he's done.
25.
Nobody's ever done what he's done.
And it's just amazing to see
Yeah.
the progression.
They say he's the greatest in the history of the franchise. He's only played 5 years.
And he's done
He's
more.
got two
And
Super
he's
Bowls.
done a lot more than Donovan's
accomplished
done.
everything.
Come on, dude.
He doesn't have the numbers.
Pat, I don't want to argue with
Right?
you, but I will do it.
He doesn't have the numbers.
I love you, but
Donovan
he's
still has all the
the
numbers.
It doesn't matter about the numbers. It's about wins, and he got it done
Yes.
when it mattered most on the biggest stage. And in
Every
the 2
game.
Super Bowls, he's been the best quarterback on the field.
Well, I agree, and I think
So that's where
they were the
I'm
best team 2 years ago. They were the best team.
at. 100%.
They were a better team than Kansas City that year too.
I agree with
Yeah.
you. But
Yeah.
how good did it feel? I mean, I don't think anybody here is an Andy Reid guy, right?
Not
No.
anymore.
No.
I am.
Oh, all right. Well,
Still?
I haven't been.
Sorry to hear
a
that.
guy for
how
years.
good did it feel to whoop? Like just
Ah.
he had no idea, dude.
He had no clue.
Because you guys
I
would have
wish-
saw. You should have saw
You know-
him and his face on the sideline.
That's
what
I
Travis
wanted to
Kelce,
see.
Pat Mahomes.
Yeah.
Dude, they had no
That's
clue.
what I wanted to see. That's what I missed
Andy
without
looked
being
like
there.
Andy
Is
looked
you
like
couldn't see when they did the close up.
dude, he looked like he saw a ghost.
Oh,
Am I right?
yeah,
He had no
look,
idea.
So,
Like
yeah, his look on his face was.
he didn't know what the hell hit him.
He was just totally.
It was like a boxing
He
match
was in
waiting
awe.
for the.
Yeah, he
for
was
it.
in all of what was going on and had no answer.
Right. Kelsey didn't want to be there. Mahomes, he looked like he wanted to play, but he couldn't. Like he didn't have anything. No. Kelsey was sucking. He had that rookie, but that was all together. Where do you think they had no running game?
Well, he refused to run.
That's because they couldn't.
Wait, did Hollywood Brown not have a catch?
No, he did. He did.
He did.
He had like 3 or 4.
Really?
Yeah. At the end of like
'Cause-
garbage time.
Because didn't they only their one first down was the first play of the game?
Yep.
They got
Yeah.
10
Right.
yards. And I'm like,
That was
oh,
it.
here we go.
That was
And then
it.
next thing you know, boom. Fangio, shout out to Fangio. They didn't blitz at all. And you know what? Fangio wasn't, like people were like, oh, they brought in Fangio for the Super Bowl and it was Gannon. That's the other thing, too. Shout out to freaking Kellen Moore. Even though he was taking the Saints job, he stayed locked in. And he's going to the
Yeah,
parade
he
tomorrow.
did, yeah.
He's all about the team, and he wanted to finish the
Yeah.
job.
Yeah, he came back with him, unlike the other
Right.
clown.
Yeah, he stayed in Arizona.
Yeah.
He didn't even.
No, he never came
He
back.
probably told him to stay there. So
I would have. Yeah.
I want to
Yeah,
see your
but
face in
They
this.
said Fangio helped out, but my thing is how much time did Fangio have? Right in Arizona?
Any worries with Moore moving on?
No.
It's their. It's
They bring out the
their fifth
passing
one,
game
right?
coordinators like you.
I don't
Terry.
think so.
Here's a name that somebody threw out, which I think is ridiculous. Bring in Mike McCarthy.
No.
No.
For 1 year as the
no,
offense. I
no.
said, why? What has
No,
he done
No.
that would make you think,
The-
oh, well, he won
There was
with
a
Green
couple
Bay.
that were interesting.
He
The
won Green
the
Bay
guy that was the
years
offensive.
ago. The guy that was the quarterback.
I heard Byron
Say-
Leftwich,
go
who
on,
was
say
the
his name.
offensive coordinator with the Super Bowl with the Bucs, but there's somebody else. Somebody from Marcus Brady
Jackass.
from
Rodgers.
the Colts. They used to be there with Sirianni. He was a good offensive coordinator too. Marcus Brady.
Frank Reich's looking for
How
a
about
job,
Chip
too.
Kelly?
Frank Reich, yeah.
I wouldn't mind bringing him in.
James Franklin.
I don't think you bring Frank Reich back.
Frank
not?
Reich, nah, it's too soon.
It's too
What do you mean too
I'm
soon?
just kidding. I don't know.
Do we trust
He
that
hasn't
Nick?
coached in a while.
What if Nick says he wants to go back to play call?
I don't think so.
He'll never do
But
that.
Nick
No,
did make
no,
some.
no.
Nick did. I think Nick did.
He's already said I can't do it. That is the team. He's good at
Good that he
it.
recognizes it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It might be the guy that they're talking about, but I don't know. Bulo, I feel like it's gonna be somebody else. I don't know why.
Oh,
Kevin Kuzula.
yeah, they were talking about that, and when that name was mentioned to Hurts, his reaction was like, he didn't come out and say,
Yeah, but
But
listen,
but they
as
could
much as
tell by
I
his
love
body
Hurts,
language.
I don't think Hurts should have a say in this because when they brought in Brian Johnson, it didn't work out. Let Howie cook. with it.
Yeah. No, and I agree. He should not have a decision in it.
Well, I mean, if they
It
want to
should
ask
be-
somebody,
Isn't
it
he
should
the
be a
passing
front
game
office.
coordinator?
yeah.
Why would Hurts not one?
Maybe he didn't want to give too much.
Uh-huh.
Hurts doesn't like to give a lot of info. If you listen to his interviews, he doesn't want to say much. He says he's still processing the Super Bowl.
You know him best.
He's still processing. It's been 5 days. Come on, Brad. It's processed. You're a champion.
I'm still processing.
Yeah, I am too.
Well,
Still
you were-
processing everything.
you are a game.
Yeah, let's get into that a little bit.
What, processing?
Being at the
Micro
game.
process.
Yeah, like, yeah,
Yeah.
you got, yeah, we need to hear
Right, like
that.
we know what it's like to be at the link,
Or,
Well, it's
or
crazy,
watch the game
right?
on TV.
but to be there on a neutral ground in the greatest game of the season,
Yeah.
it sounded like it was full of Philly.
I'm gonna say it may have been a neutral field, but it wasn't.
That wasn't neutral crowd, yeah.
It wasn't neutral. I know. That
Well,
was the other thing.
So when the game first started, it was definitely more Eagles fans outside, and once you got inside, I would say it was like almost split, like 50-50. Like there was a lot of red on the Chiefs side and a lot of green and Eagles colors on the Eagles side. But I think by far I don't know how, we were so loud. Like Eagles fans, maybe we just have good vocal cords. I don't know. But they were so much. When Bradley Cooper did the intros, I swear to God, I couldn't hear him. That's when, like, you know how you hear that he does the chant in the intro? And you know how it doesn't pick up till the G? It's because we couldn't hear him. It was so loud when the Eagles were coming out. You
Yes.
could not hear Bradley Cooper.
I was in the process of losing my voice.
And when John Hamm did the Chiefs, the boos were so loud, I couldn't hear John Hamm. It was just insane.
The crowd, even if there were more Chiefs fans there, we would have out booed, or we would have been louder than they were.
Also,
It was amazing.
They have a stupid, tomahawk chant,
Yeah,
but that's all they have. They don't have like
Yeah, but-
and I agree.
They should lose
Now-
that. If it was in the Super Bowl, they should lose that.
Now, granted, the context of the game,
Yeah, they
they
didn't
were,
have much
they
to
were
cheer
getting
about.
smoked.
They didn't have much
But
to
when
cheer
they
about.
scored that first touchdown, there was nothing. And we had Chiefs fans in front
No,
of us.
they weren't. They weren't Chiefs.
Well, all right.
They were NFL ambassadors from the UK that were given Chiefs stuff to wear. So they just,
Yeah.
And
They
then
said
still in the crowd.
they actually said we'll be fine if the Eagles win. We'll be happy if the Eagles
yeah,
win.
they were cool.
The one dude sitting in front of me when the Chiefs came out, I was going nuts. Eagles come out, I'm going nuts. He turns around and says to me, he says, "I need that energy all game long. Dude. This is great." And he actually had his phone taking video on me while I was doing stuff. But
He's reporting you.
Kick this. We'll never be allowed in the Superdome
the
again.
other Chiefs
Oh, well.
fans in our section, they had nothing.
Well,
There
what
was
would you
nothing.
say? They got their ass kicked.
I
But
know.
even in the
But
game,
even
Because they're
the
used to
first
winning. That's
touchdown,
the
you'd think they would score. They would say
And I'll
something.
tell you what, walking around the city when we ran into Chiefs fans, they were cocky.
Oh yeah.
They did
Oh, yeah.
not think they were losing that game.
Even
I
those,
don't think anybody
even
thinks
those
that
two
people in
jokers you met, even
Yes, they really thought they were winning that game. They did not think. The first night out, we were out in Bourbon Street. We run into Chiefs
first of all,
fans.
you don't hang out with Chiefs
We
fans.
weren't. They just came up to us. Just like
You should have said, "Get away from
I don't
it."
know.
Shut up, Smitty.
So we're
You
hanging
weren't
out.
there. You don't know.
We were hanging out.
It
in the
don't
bar.
matter.
It was
You be
four
hanging
Eagles
out-
fans in the
We
bar,
saw that.
and there was a couple
Do you
Chiefs
think it's
fans.
real?
And this one Chiefs fan comes up to him, immediately starts giving us shit. He's like, "There's no way you guys think you have a chance, right?" We're like,
And he was in a St. Louis Cardinals
he's
jersey.
wearing like a.
I'm like,
Who are you?
Dude.
What did you say to him? Did you?
We
I
just,
kind of
like,
just
go-
chuckled at him
yeah,
and
say
said, "Go Birds."
There were also like 5 of them. Two of
Yeah,
us,
just
so-
the two of us.
Yeah, we weren't.
And-
gonna
And
You
I was
guys-
like, yeah.
You guys were a little.
And I was like,
yeah.
after we paid, I was like, wait a second. I said to DJ, I said, the dude that was talking the most is wearing a freaking Cardinals baseball jersey.
It's bizarre.
Like, what's wrong with
At least
him?
it's the same state.
I know
But
you
they're
mean.
on opposite sides of the state.
Yeah. But then we get into the bar too, and this like, I guess this dad, of the Chiefs fan, he starts giving us crap too. He's like,
That dude, he was
like
he
starts going right away. Three.
he was obnoxious.
I
And
wish
he's
you would have sold
he
some.
starts bragging about how he did work on Mahomes'
Yeah.
house. in his backyard.
That's how he starts the conversation. I'm like, all right, dude, I don't even want to talk to you now. Like,
First, it was so freaking loud.
Yeah.
The band was so loud, I couldn't hear shit this guy was saying. So after about 5 minutes, I turned it out and said, yo, I'm going to the bar. You want anything? Because I needed to get away from him.
yeah.
Because I know I wasn't picking up a lot, but what I was picking up, he was annoying the
He was
shit out
talking
of me.
about how good the Chiefs were and how the Eagles don't have anybody like star-wise. I'm like, what are you talking
I
about?
can tell you don't watch football.
Like did they all these Chiefs fans thought
They
it
were
was
so
gonna be a walk in the park?
They thought what the Eagles did were the Chiefs were going to do.
Yeah, they thought they were just going to show
They
up
were
and win.
so cocky all weekend.
There was even some
Did you guys
locals
talk
down
shit to them after the game when you won?
Nah,
There was none of them to be found.
no, they were
They all
calling.
went
They were
back in their
calling.
shanties.
Oh, you know what
Well,
I was saying?
there was a video of them all leaving in the third and fourth quarter.
When they were doing their tomahawk shit, I started screaming out, Florida State called and they want their chant back that you stole.
That's all you
Stop
had.
doing that shit.
Oh, yeah. Racist.
What else did I say?
The Braves do it too.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
didn't.
I know. I
Did
said
you
something
say,
else
when we
about
were up
it. I forget what I
34
said.
nothing, you start talking shit?
Nah.
Now, oh, you know why? Because
Why, you
there was
You guys were afraid
They
they were
actually
gonna
there
get
were
kicked?
Eagles. There were Eagles fans behind us,
Oh, yeah.
and then there was a couple
Chiefs
Chiefs
fans.
fans down like
Why didn't
4
you
or
say
5
something to
seats.
them?
Because
Well, I'm going to tell you why. And they called they like called security, the cops. A New Orleans policeman comes up to our
Yeah.
row and
In our
starts
section.
saying something.
To
And
you?
No,
to the row behind us. The woman behind us starts screaming at the cop. He didn't do anything. Leave him alone. She was talking about the guy that was sitting 2 seats over from him. He didn't do anything. Leave him alone. Apparently, the Chiefs fans
Cold.
got
Yeah.
upset because he was cheering too loud
Soft.
or whatever. He never cursed.
Yeah, I didn't hear.
Did he get
hear-
kicked
never
out?
cursed.
Did he get
No.
kicked
To
out?
my no.
The cop left.
No, the cop left.
Yeah.
The woman behind us was like, he didn't do anything. Leave him alone. Go away. And after about 3 minutes, the cop finally turned around and walked away because he didn't do
They
anything.
probably had them check the cameras.
Right,
They
right,
they
yeah,
saw
that's-
nothing
yeah.
happen.
Yeah, he didn't do anything. And yeah, the guys in front of us were pretty cool, and we really didn't have any interaction with other in our section. Yeah,
It was all Eagles fans.
You didn't see any Chiefs fans after the game that you could have said something about?
No.
Not
No,
one?
dude.
I would have been all over.
in fact, I
I
tell
would
you
have
what,
been hunting for one.
Jeff,
I'm being honest.
Jeff's wife, I told you, him,
What,
his
Chiefs?
wife.
They all
And
took
his
their jerseys
mother-in-law.
off, so they
Are they
didn't.
Chiefs
Yeah,
fans?
No, they didn't get tickets, so they were at a bar. She said about almost towards the end of the third quarter, a sea of red just started walking down the street,
Yeah.
walking away from the stadium. So she was
Sea
like,
of losers.
she was like, wow, they're leaving. They're leaving. I can't believe they're leaving. She said it was just all.
Did you see
Red
them get up
walking
after
down
it
the
was
street.
34-0 and they left?
Huh?
Did you see anybody in your section just
Yeah,
get up?
they started.
That's
That's
when
when
it
they
that's when I was starting.
Did you guys try to move down at the end, like for
No.
the
No.
ceremony?
That's
No.
what I wanted to try
Well,
to do,
we
but
went down, but they weren't.
the
like,
security was so
Yeah.
strong. Like, they wouldn't let you sneeze wrong. They
Nope,
were,
nope.
Yeah, they wouldn't
Dude,
let anyone.
on Bourbon Street, there was Louisiana State Police, New Orleans Police, and the
Well, yeah,
National
that's-
Guard
That's
on every
understandable.
corner.
Yeah,
Oh, I
Super
know.
Bowl
I
weekend,
know.
and what
And
just
Trump
happened.
is there, yeah, and what just happened, right? So yeah,
All right, wait, you just said Trump. I want to ask this because sometimes they talk about pumping in sounds. They showed him. He got a standing ovation.
It wasn't standing ovation, but he definitely.
Yeah,
was
then they
loud.
pumped in sounds.
It sounded
It was
very loud
more-
coming across the TV.
it was more cheers than booze, but there were
You could.
booze there.
The boos were audible. You could hear.
Yeah.
How about
Not on
Taylor?
TV. You
How about
No.
Taylor?
Taylor was a clear boo.
No,
Yeah,
I-
Taylor
Did
was
you
a
boo
clear-
her?
Yeah. All the Eagles fans.
She deserves to be
Yeah.
booed.
And then she did.
Turncoat.
She handled it
Did you tell
really
your
cool. though.
daughters that?
I was yelling it here at my daughters, my sister, my
Did
mom.
they care?
They didn't like it, but I don't care. It's my
She
house.
handled it pretty cool. though.
What did
She
they
did a funny
say?
look.
They're like, stop, it's your boyfriend. I don't care. You got songs about being an Eagles fan. You said you grew up an Eagles fan. You're a turncoat,
I agree.
right?
No, yeah,
It
absolutely.
was deserved, but
Yeah.
she handled it cool. She was pretty funny.
The look on her face was priceless
Yeah,
when
she
she
was
realized it
Good.
was.
She probably never
Her.
been booed in her life.
They only showed her once, right?
Yeah, they never showed her in the stadium again. I don't know if
They
showed
didn't show her on
I
TV.
don't think they
but
showed
they
her.
never showed her in the
Uh,
stadium.
They did like a
Once on TV.
they did
At
like
least once.
One more time after that.
They did like a celebrity thing in the game. I don't know if it was on TV, but in the game, they did like a celebrity camera. It was pretty cool. And then They had like Paul McCartney was there.
Yeah, they showed
And
him.
Taylor Swift was there. A couple other people.
Kevin
Hart
Hart.
was there.
Cooper.
Dude, was it nuts in the street after they won?
Sandler.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sandler was there with
Deke,
Paul
was it nuts?
Yeah.
Like, a
Rudd's a
Chiefs fan. I'm
yeah.
like, yo, Adam, what are you doing, dude?
Deke, was it nuts in the street after they won? After the game, what did you guys do?
After the game,
You guys shower each other in
we-
beer?
I met up
the
with
stadium.
Yeah, we walked around the stadium. I met up with some people that I knew. And we went to the store, bought merchandise. Then we caught up with Jeff and his wife and mother-in-law. We hung outside in the bar that they were at for a little bit. And then we just went home because I had an hour and 15-minute ride home.
So
We
what
went,
time
and
did
then we
leave?
went back to his house. We got back to his house, what, around 1?
Was he still
We
up?
didn't get home.
No, he was at the game.
We didn't get back to the house till like 2:30.
Wait, he went to the game too?
Yeah, Jeff
he
went
bought
to
a
the game. He
ticket.
got a ticket.
He got road too.
I got
He
him.
had a good
I
seat.
got him as a thank you gift. I got him a bottle of whiskey. Dude, we killed. There was like that much whiskey.
You were
left.
drinking whiskey?
I only had a glass.
There was that much whiskey left.
How
in the
much was a
bottle.
beer
Jeff-
at the Super
Jeff did
How
the
much was a
sandwich
beer at the
on the
Super
bottle.
Bowl?
I don't know. I
$30?
never got one.
No,
Because I knew I had to drive.
I got you a beer. How much did I pay?
No,
It's like
$30?
16.
What's up, man?
Yeah, it's like the link.
What was the best food you guys ate down there?
Honestly, it might have been in Mississippi.
Yeah.
New Orleans was good, but the Mississippi, the Fat Spoon. Shout out to free plug. Fat Spoon Cafe in Ocean Springs, Mississippi. Delicious. It was so good, and like the waiter was so southern too. He had like a southern accent and all.
That
Poor guy didn't know
That-
Joe Burrow.
that
Hate to break it to you, dude. Joe Burrow is not on the Eagles, but we'll happily accept him.
this kid's about 20 years old. The nicest kid.
Yeah, he was just.
You could slice his accent with a freaking dull knife, man. It was so thick. It was, and he
So
he
thick.
couldn't have been more than 20,
So thick.
21. And he was, yes, sir. Everything he said, yes, sir, yes, sir.
That must have been the most respect you got in your life.
Absolutely, in my life.
Yeah, we sat down and he comes right over.
I should start
How y'all
speaking
doing?
to you
Yeah,
like
we're
that.
wearing
He's
Eagles
like,
gear.
Yeah, he's like, I'll see y'all ready for the game. And it's like,
Y'all?
Yeah.
Should have been like, yeah, we're ready.
And he actually understood water.
Really?
Yeah.
He did not ask
He didn't
what.
ask,
He
yeah,
said, he just
yeah.
said, he just knew water.
When he laid that line on us about Joe Burrow, I'm sure my face gave me away because I was stunned at what he
I
just
had to
said.
hear it. I was like, wait, what? Like, no.
And then he turns around and walks away. And I let him get out of earshot. I turned to DJ. I said, "Did he just say that Joe Burrow's on the Eagles?" He said, "Yeah, he did." I said, "The hell is going on with
Nice
this
guy.
kid?"
Nice
But he
place.
was so nice.
If you're ever driving through Ocean Springs, Mississippi,
Stop by.
Go to
stop
the-
by
what was his
that-
name?
Go to the Zach. Go to the
Thanks for
Fat Spoon,
Zach.
Fat Spoon Cafe.
Great. It's a great little town, too. Great little town. But it's in the deep south, so.
Deep, real deep.
Deep south.
Can't get one
But
other than
Like Bayou
Florida.
deep?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
You-
on.
you-
It's
you-
on.
You
Like
can
almost
walk
on
to,
the Gulf.
You can walk to the Bayou. But yeah, great time. New Orleans is a great city for a Super Bowl. Like when people say they should host it every year, I've only been once and only been to one Super Bowl, but I can't argue it. I mean, the
Is the Superdome nice on the inside?
it was the concourse was really tight, really thin.
I was not impressed, but it's 50 years old.
Yeah, the seat
Gotta
wasn't.
remember that.
The seat
So wait,
wasn't-
is it like
City's
the
built for
Is it
parties.
directly?
Yes.
Right? So that's
Like,
why
is it far from Bourbon Street?
Nah, it's like 15-20 minutes.
It's about about-
The only
So where
problem-
is it? Is it like
It's in the business
It's in
district.
this downtown
So-
area.
so it's in the city?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
So
only
it's not
problem-
like in like a
No, it's not like
Well,
ours.
okay.
The only problem is there's 0 restaurants or bar.
Right
Like
there.
in the block.
And there are no
Like-
parking lots. When
Yeah, you
when
can't tell me.
Yeah.
we Googled the parking lot, and we were headed straight to it. The last light we had to go through before we got to the parking lot, the freaking cops were making everybody turn left. We're like, shit, now what are we going to do? So we drive down, and we see these people pulling into this lot, and I saw a guy standing there talking to the attendant. It was a guy from our section. That dude that sits behind us, that has the 2 seats in front of us.
Right.
It was him.
Oh, wow.
So I put the window down. I yell out the window, "Yo, C-27!" And he looks in the car. He's like, "Oh my god!" He's like, "Yo," so we fist bumped each other. And he's like, "It's $50 to get in here to park." He said, "But that lot back there, underneath the overhang, is free. We're like, what? He goes, yeah. He says, but the thing is, you can't walk from here to the stadium because it's all fenced
And I
off.
wonder, you've been there before for an actual game, right?
No,
Or-
I've been to New Orleans. I've driven by the Superdome, and I knew
was it during football
where
season?
it was. Yeah, it was November.
Was the whole street section blocked off? I was thinking just because
it was in the middle of the week, so it
I was thinking because it's a Super Bowl, they probably did all that. But I want to know if like a regular game day, if all like every single street was blocked off in the district of that area.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a little extra.
There was no cars at all.
It had to be just for a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
And what else was going on?
true.
But so we ended up getting out of the car, and we're walking. We're walking in every direction because we couldn't figure out how to get to the stadium. And dude, the stadium was from here to like the next block over. What's the
Tory
next?
Woods.
There, like Tory Woods.
Yeah,
I mean, it was right there, and we couldn't get to it.
there's fences.
Yeah.
There's a
It was,
highway.
it was all fenced, and there was a highway. So we ended up, we were like, what the hell are we going to do? We gotta get there. So we ended up walking all the way back to that light where we had to make the left, and we walked, and then doing that allowed us to get access to a street that took
And
us right to the
we're
stadium.
trying to find a bar or somewhere to go hang out
Nothing.
before the game.
Yeah.
Nothing.
So
Nothing.
we ended up walking to Bourbon Street. I mean,
Yeah.
after all this,
Yeah.
after all the time we
Yeah.
we're like, screw it, let's just go to Bourbon.
Yeah, we went to Bourbon Street for, I think we had one or two drinks, yeah. And then we walked back. And we got into the stadium probably,
Like an hour before.
no, it was more than that. It was like an hour and a half, hour 45. And we were walking around, snapping pictures, doing this, doing that. Oh, who was that woman that Jeff was talking
It's
to?
just some rich chick that had extra seats down low. Didn't end up actually just giving us tickets.
No.
She was gonna give them to you?
If her daughter didn't show up with all her people, yeah.
Yeah.
Like
She had like 2 rows of seats.
down low, yeah.
She was like, what, 45?
Yeah, probably. She seems pretty well, like, came from Mark.
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You must be.
And she was
in Saints gear. So she
yeah, well, she wanted the Eagles to win.
The Saints kind of suck too, so I guess it's easy.
Yeah.
That's true.
She kind of flirted with Jeff too a little bit. Well, Laura's not watching.
Is she really? Or you
This
just
is,
No,
this is
no,
the
I
one
think-
that says she is.
I don't. Yeah, exactly. I don't think she was really flirting. She was just being nice.
She's
Well,
Southern
Southern
hospitality.
hospitality.
All right, Southern,
Yeah, bless your heart.
Southern charm. So we got into the stadium, and we went to the
There's
tailgate.
like this giant tailgate.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
inside the stadium?
No, it was outside the
Like
stadium,
a
but you
patio.
had to use your ticket to get into the stadium area, and then the tailgate was outside the
Was it like
stadium.
Philly sports trips?
No,
No.
it was like
No.
the.
That was just open to the public, or not to the public. Whoever had a ticket.
So who did you see? Who'd you run into there? We saw some of your
So yeah,
pictures.
Saturday night.
Celebrity wise, player
yeah,
wise.
so first of all, shout out to Philly Sports Trips. They do it big. They do it big. They went all out, and it was a great time Saturday night at
Yes.
Rally. So you guys got free passes to that?
No.
we bought them,
No.
which was fine. More
It
than
was
happy
it
to
was
buy.
worth every penny.
Yeah, it was.
Was it
It was at
alcohol
Preservation.
included?
Yeah,
Oh, it was alcohol,
open
food.
bar, food, Preservation Hall, which was a historic site and really cool to check out if you're ever in the city. But yeah, they had. So we met Seth Joyner, Shady, Irving Fryer. I could have sworn
Hollis.
I saw Brent Selleck.
He probably.
I think he was there. Hollis
Hollis
Thomas,
Thomas, Todd Harriman,
Todd Harriman's,
Rob McElhaney.
yeah, Rob McElhaney was
Was he cool?
really cool. Kate Olsen showed up later.
Really?
She was there, yeah. But they had a lot more gentlemen around her.
No pictures? You didn't get a picture?
Matt sent a video of Rob going out to the tailgate with his buddy Tommy.
Yeah,
There's Tommy.
You couldn't get a picture with Kate Olsen?
I didn't try to because there was a lot of guys around there. But McElhaney was the coolest dude. Like he was, just standing amongst the people. Like,
Of course, you told him you were a prep guy, right?
Absolutely, I
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
And his eyes got a little big and his ears perked up when I said that.
Yeah, and he's,
Yeah.
it's unfortunate. The only drawback of McElhaney is that.
And that,
Yeah, it was really cool.
Joe Thomas.
Joe Thomas? No.
Who was the tall guy?
Oh, Todd Harriman.
Todd Harriman's.
That was Herman.
Yeah, he lost all the weight.
Dude,
I
he
doesn't
lost
look
a
like
ton of weight.
I know he lost a lot of weight, but that doesn't look like him in the face.
He looks like Bradley Cooper, doesn't he? A little bit.
Look up Joe Thomas.
Yeah,
I
he
swore
was
it was Joe
doing
Thomas.
hosting at the game.
Yeah, because he's another.
But he
a
was
big guy.
he was on our
League.
flight down and flight back. Todd Herman's
Yeah.
flight, and they had him sit in the back of the plane because they had I never heard this on the flight down. They had to balance out the weight on the plane.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so they had him go to the back, and I'm like, I think you should get somebody else back there because he's not that big anymore. But he was really cool. They were all there. I mean, I know they had to be there for an appearance, so I mean, but they were happy to talk to you, answer your questions, and how you doing? Who's this? They were really cool.
When Seth Joyner walked in, all the guys just flocked around. Everybody wanted to.
Not me.
You know what I mean.
Everybody wanted to be Seth.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Pause.
Everybody wanted to get a picture with him.
He should be in the Hall of Fame.
He should be.
Yeah.
And
He was ready to
he was
knock
really
him
cool.
over.
Yeah,
I
because
couldn't figure out the freaking picture.
I was trying to get the flash because it was dark
It was
where
really
we
dark.
were. And I was trying to get the flash to work, and it like the first 2 or 3 shots I took, it was just dark. He says to me, "Yo, bro, you got to get this thing to work. We got a lot of people that want a picture." I'm like, "Yeah, sorry, Seth." So the next try, I finally got it to work. But yeah, he's a cool dude, and he's still freaking jacked.
Yeah.
He's not fat. There's not an ounce of fat on the dude.
I would say the longest conversation we probably had was with Herman's.
Yeah.
Talked to Herman's about the game a little bit. He was really cool. He said Spags worried him too, but obviously it didn't matter.
Yeah.
So he was cool.
Did Seth say they were going to beat him the whole time?
But I didn't get, dude. There was too many people trying to get Seth, so I just let him go.
Really?
I just took the picture.
You couldn't have
It was a
been-
tight space too. Like the
Yes.
reservation hall only holds in the actual
Maybe
halls.
50 people.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
And then they have an outdoor patio area, like the courtyard area you talk about at the bars.
and there was 150
Yeah,
people.
there was 150,
That's
200
good. They
people.
didn't have one before.
Yeah.
You got a Patty O'Brien's, you got a Hurricane.
We went by, it was mobbed. Yeah. you
So
couldn't-
we went to a place across the street. In fact, it was on the same block as the Preservation Hall.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's right next door.
yeah, so we went across the street.
Yeah, you probably were. You just didn't know it. Yeah.
That was a cool little spot across the
Yeah,
street
and
that
then
we went into.
At the end of the pep rally, the jazz band at the hall was going to concert the whole night, which they were phenomenal, by the way. I'm not even into jazz, but they were
It's
real
the
cool.
music. It's just
It's awesome.
It's
It's awesome. So after the pep rally was getting ready to be over, they had all the players, and McElhenney went up there, started playing instruments. They did Rocky, they did Fly Eagles Fly. It was
They
just
did Fly Like an Eagle.
Fly Like an Eagle. It was awesome. It was really, really cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
They did 3 sets, and each set was fantastic.
it was better than the last, and they couldn't get much better than they did. The ending was awesome.
Yeah, that Saturday night, other than the game, Saturday night was probably the highlight of the weekend. Yeah, that was so much fun. Like I told you guys, I've been waiting since 1976 for that moment in time because I saw them back in '76. He introduced our family to them, and when he was down in New Orleans for a couple of weeks back in the '70s, and came home and had been to the Preservation Hall. Came home, bought an album, played it for me and my parents, and we were all like, "Wow, that's really great music."
They don't have lyrics, it's just music.
Yeah, it's just music.
But the
There are
music,
lyrics, but they don't sing.
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
Every once in a while they'll sing.
Yeah, they used to have a lead singer.
yeah.
Well, the banjo player was a
Yeah,
singer.
and
It doesn't need lyrics, is what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
right,
The music's
right.
just good enough to hang out
Yeah,
and listen to.
yeah.
It's just
it was fantastic. That Saturday night was
each
awesome.
day like that we were down there, we were like, damn, this can't get much better. And then the next day,
Yeah, and then it got better.
It was just it's just such an incredible weekend, and I can't thank everyone enough that made it happen.
Take the Super Bowl game piece out of it. Nashville, New Orleans. Oof. They're both great cities, but they're different type of vibes.
Well,
Yeah.
New Orleans.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I would go.
I
I
will-
love Nashville.
I will
Nashville's
say
great.
I will
Yeah,
say New
Nashville's
Orleans because I had a fun experience of both, a blast of both. I'll say New Orleans just because the Eagles won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Nashville was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But New
I'm
Orleans,
more of a Preservation Bowl type guy than a cowboy.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'd rather sit back, listen to jazz music play
did you?
instead of jumping around the bars and DJs and all
That's
that
all
stuff.
Bourbon
It
Street.
was great. If
It's
you're
fun.
yeah.
Or did you go to Frenchman Street in New Orleans? It's not too
It's
far.
a,
It's like
it's
right
about-
around the corner.
It's a 4 miles.
We
It's
might
4 blocks
stay-
away. 3 or
It's a
4 blocks
smaller.
away.
We stayed
very
in a
small.
quarter. We stayed at the what was it, Plimpton, I think, like 3 blocks off the quarter. We walk over there.
Frenchman Street was really cool. Very laid back and all jazz music.
It's all jazz. It's only like 2 blocks long.
Yeah, very laid back and the vibes were pretty.
Did you pretty much stay in there? You didn't venture out, right?
We didn't really venture too far away.
You know
from
what?
it.
Everywhere we walked was pretty cool. We really didn't have, and we walked a few blocks off of Bourbon Street a couple times.
Really?
But yeah, like when we,
Well, you go to Jeffrey DeMonds, like
Yes.
5 or 6 blocks off,
yeah.
or
But,
maybe
but it
more.
wasn't.
no,
It
that's
was
down by
nice.
the river.
Yeah, down by
It
the
was
river.
still nice.
No, yeah. Oh, the river was beautiful.
River area.
Well, yeah,
Down by the river was beautiful.
There's Royal Street too.
Yeah,
Royal
yeah.
Street, and Canal Street's like their broad street. That's like
Yeah.
their main street.
Yeah.
That was cool. We had all the shops and stuff.
Yeah, we walked through a couple neighborhoods and really wasn't any
I'm
issue.
sure if it's not Super Bowl weekend, it's probably not. Then I'm sure the National Guard scared a lot of people off.
Yeah.
You know, like a lot of natives
Yeah.
that probably do whatever down there non-Super Bowl weekend. So, but I mean, I had an amazing time. I mean, I
Yeah,
had no complaints at all.
I highly recommend.
Yeah, if you ever get a
New
chance to go
Orleans.
to New Orleans, go to New Orleans.
Do it.
Yeah, that I was talking to somebody at work about it, and as I talked about it, this guy mentioned he probably knocked off a bucket list item. I said, yeah. I said, New Orleans, Super Bowl,
Yeah.
Eagles in the Super Bowl, Eagles win the Super Bowl. I knocked
And
off
the
4
Preservation Jazz.
and Preservation Hall Jazz. Right. I knocked off 5 bucket list items in one weekend.
Was Preservation Hall on the bucket list?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been waiting since
I've
1976.
heard you talk about it a few times.
Yeah.
It was incredible. I mean, everyone that made it happen, like, can't thank them enough.
Yeah.
Seriously. Like,
Yeah,
there's-
Vince Rizzuto from Philly Sports Trips. He's the president owner of it. He was so nice and so generous. He invited us to things that we didn't really pay for.
Yeah.
You know, like
He-
we didn't make the tailgate, but he invited us to the
He showed us
tailgate.
off to all these
Yeah, he's
celebrities.
like- He's like, he says, "Oh, come here a second. I told Shady I was going to introduce you to him." We're like, "What?"
we're nobody.
So he's like,
who are these guys?
Yeah.
Like, we're
So
not
he
anybody.
brings us over to him. He says, "Hey, Shady, these are 2 guys I was telling you about. They won the tickets on Jason Kelsey's show." He's like, "Oh, really? That's great, guys. Fantastic."
And then
So
Shady
great.
told a story one time. Shady took out the offensive line one night after a game or something. Kelsey like drank him clean. Like he's like Kelsey ran up my tab one at his bar. he's like, what? Yeah, it was pretty cool. He told us
Yeah.
that, and like he's introducing us to Rob McElhenney. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm like, hey Rob, like
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't. You're not gonna know me,
Yeah,
but
right.
I know you. Like, I love the show.
Yeah.
Fat Mac was a great character.
Yeah. We can't say enough nice things about Vincent and his whole team. Sean Holden was another one.
Yeah, he was.
He more or less runs their parties, right?
Like the
or something.
tailgating, I think he runs a C6 tailgate.
Yeah, right.
That they do.
Yeah.
That they're a big part of.
And he was great. He's like, he says, you know, that was a great episode with you guys when you guys won the tickets, and you know, we were like, yeah, we after we saw you win the tickets, we said we gotta go over because Vince and Sean were at the show. We gotta go over and offer these guys seats on our plane. You know, just it's a week away. You know, they gotta get down there. So they just came over and offered us seats.
They don't do just Philly sports trips. I overheard them having a conversation with another guy on the plane. They do all different types of events. So if anybody's interested in, thought I overheard him say like the Kentucky Derby. I think he mentioned something with NASCAR. They do different events that if anybody's interested, check out the website.
Yeah.
I'm sure they got a trip for you that you're interested in, and check them out. It's a really well-run organization, and you won't have a bad time.
No.
So that's a good segue into what I was going to ask you. One of the questions tonight. Bucket lists, sporting events.
Check them.
What are they for you guys, and what ones? Like you guys checked off Super Bowl just in general.
Yeah.
Eagles in the Super Bowl. Eagles win the Super Bowl. Like that's great. Like
Yeah.
what else is there? I'm not a huge horse racing guy, but I'd like to get to one of the Triple Crown. Kentucky Derby.
I would like to go to all
or the
three.
Preakness. I'd like to get to
You
all
can
three.
try to
You
Baltimore.
can drive to the Preakness. You can drive to Belmont
I
too.
lived in Baltimore for 3 or 4 years. I went to the pre.
I hear it's great. You just
I
go
was-
to the
I-
infield with
I
the
went-
kids.
Yeah, well, but I was there the year secretary.
Oh, really?
And,
Really?
Yeah.
He's older than Deke.
Yeah.
I watched it on TV.
And in fact,
Yes, he is.
when they were doing the thing where they walk up, walk around.
Winner's circle.
No, before the race, they
Oh.
were running up, I went out and I was able to get from here to maybe the wall there from Secretariat,
Oh, that's
walking
wow.
by. And what
You
a
didn't know that because that's the second race, right? The Preakness is the second race.
no, it's the next to last race.
Yeah, so
second,
they're
second.
of the Triple Crown.
Kentucky-
it's-
Kentucky-
Kentucky's
yeah,
first,
yeah,
then Belmont,
it's a
and
second-
then Preakness, then
It's the
Belmont.
second race, yes.
Yeah,
And you, what a specimen! I mean,
Yeah.
this animal is like nothing you've ever seen.
Greatest athlete ever, maybe. Maybe.
But yeah,
Some might argue.
and I used to have I bet to win. Of course, I won $2.10 on a $2 ticket.
Oh my God!
One
Yeah.
secretary.
This is a huge
One
favorite.
secretary.
Yeah, you're right, because the odds were so low.
Yeah.
But I somewhere along the line, I saved it, but I lost it somewhere.
Kind of an odd one for me is the home run derby. I would love to go to a home run. I mean, they're here in 2026. It's here, so I'm hoping.
I went to the home there when it was in DC.
Yeah, I would love to go to a home run derby. Sit in the outfield though, not like
I
yeah.
think Bryce Harper won it.
Yeah, he did win the DC. Yeah,
I think another one would be a Final Four
Final Four.
college basketball. We went to a
We went to
game
a
at the
regional
Wells
game,
Fargo.
not like that.
right,
Yeah.
but it was the one where UCF,
FGCU upset Georgetown.
yeah, and Georgetown was the second seed.
Yeah.
I'm going to make you jealous for a second.
What was that?
I went to prep Oklahoma State.
Prep?
Well, not prep, St. Joe's, I mean. Oklahoma State.
But when they lost at the buzzer,
Hey, out at the garden, not the garden.
Wait, was that the
Keith brother.
Jameer Nelson and all? That
Yeah.
team?
Brother
I
from
went
New
with
Jersey.
that, with Chuck,
Wow.
with Wendy.
We
I
lost.
went out there for that
We
game.
lost.
They lost. Yeah.
Was
Yeah.
were you were probably going?
were you rooting against
Joe
them?
was just like, I got tickets.
That's
You want to go? I was like, yeah, I've never been to, and that was,
That was
was that the
04.
8?
04, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to think what level that was. I think
They
that
made it to the
the
Final
Elite Eight.
Four.
Yeah,
That was the Elite.
Elite Eight.
Elite Eight.
They
Oh,
got
yeah,
beat
it
in the Elite Eight.
Yeah,
Oh,
Oklahoma State. John Lucas, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I would love to go to a final. I love college basketball, so I would love to go to a final.
I'd like to go to a Stanley Cup clinching game. So
Stanley
watch
Cup
the
would be
guys
cool.
skate around the ice with the cup, hand it off to each
Yeah,
other. I'd like
that'd
to
be
see
pretty
that.
cool.
I like to go game at Wrigley Field.
I've
Any
been-
game?
Any game.
Yeah, that,
Yeah,
Wrigley's cool.
Wrigley and Fenway, after going there in this last year, seeing those two stadiums, definitely want to go for a game.
Well, I've been to Fenway twice.
For a game?
Yeah, twice.
Yeah.
And in fact, I even did the tour.
Yeah, we
I did the tour of Fenway. That's what
we did the tour.
yeah, we did the tour.
We did the tour at Fenway, and then we did a concert, the Foo Fighters concert,
And we did a tour at Wrigley.
and we did the tour at Wrigley. We haven't seen a game at either, but I
I've
definitely
seen-
want to
I've
go
seen
up.
3 at Fenway, 0 at Wrigley.
I definitely want to go to a game at each. It doesn't have to be the
You
Phillies.
know what other one I would like to go? I don't like soccer, so don't take this the wrong way.
the World Cup?
I would like to go to the World Cup or a game like England or Spain, like a big soccer game. in Europe.
Yeah, I don't care for soccer either, but I would definitely
A World
go
Cup
to a
game.
World Cup
I mean,
game.
that's got to be a crazy environment. That's
Yeah,
got to be
yeah.
like a Super Bowl level environment.
Yeah.
It's got to be so cool.
And since there's little to no scoring, the fans are just going
Exactly.
bonkers because
Like,
they entertain
Going
themselves.
to like a Spain versus like Italy or who's it?
Brazil.
Brazil versus
Brazil,
like
Argentina.
Argentina or Brazil,
Yeah.
France. That game would probably be insane. That would be really cool.
I'd say the WrestleMania was cool. That was
Yeah.
something to knock off.
Yeah.
Right? It was just something like, I got to experience
Yeah.
it. Super Bowl's number one, though, for your stuff. It would be great if the Eagles were there, but someday I'll get to a Super Bowl.
Go. Here's
You
again.
think you're gonna go?
I'd like to get to a Super Bowl at some point.
Maybe it'll be
I
here.
think you have a good chance.
If
Well,
Jeff gets that dome put on it.
Once
like
I
that.
hit my 20-leg parlay, we'll be going.
here's
Funny,
here's
like,
what you got to do. You got to show up early to
Right.
a late night show.
It's key. It's
I was
key to
planning on
show
showing up
up
early
early.
tomorrow. People are telling me I'm crazy.
Now, I mean, we should probably be getting ready to go to bed soon if we're going that early.
Oh,
So,
relax, will you?
How about anybody else?
Smitty, you have
Smitty,
no
you
bucket
got no
list.
bucket
or
list sporting
games?
events that you'd like to get to?
I mean, obviously, I like to go to Super Bowl, but World Cup. I know you guys don't like
I
soccer.
said World Cup.
No, I would definitely go to a World Cup game.
I can't
The
believe
Like,
Olympics.
I don't have any interest
The
in
Olympics would be
NASCAR.
cool. I
Like,
like
I
to
can't
see
believe
Yeah,
Olympics.
yeah,
the
the Olympics is a good
The
one.
Olympics would be cool.
the Masters.
yeah, I
I
don't.
can't believe I missed that.
Yeah.
You can talk me into waste management, maybe.
Waste management.
Wait, the
I know
Masters.
people that have gone to
I
waste
feel like in
management.
college football, like
Yeah,
game
like a
down
sub-
south.
Yeah, I want to go to an SEC game, and we have an opportunity to go to an SEC game.
What, third?
Seamus.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Jeff again. I'm like,
No,
Oxford,
no.
Mississippi's probably pretty far from
Seamus.
Ocean Springs.
My cousin goes to Alabama,
Roll
main
Tide.
campus.
But I've known
And
people
I told his dad, I said, he's the same age as Angel.
He's a senior now.
No, he's not.
Going through the senior.
No, he's not. He's the same age as Angel.
He's a junior. I don't know.
He's a sophomore.
He was just in college for 2 years.
So he's a sophomore.
Andrew graduated high school in 2019.
2019.
2020.
You graduated.
23.
I graduated in 2016.
23.
I'm still living in 2019,
He graduated in 23.
and it's 2025. Okay, yeah. So
He's
going
got
into
two.
junior
He's
year.
got 2 years left. So I told his dad. I said when they were at Andrew's going away party, I said to him, I said he's got 2 years left after this year. I said it won't be this year. I said but he's got 2 years after this year. I want to get down there. He says we'll make this happen. So
I was gonna say, I know people have gone to Waste Management. They said it's a great time, but if you want to get to that par 3 hole where it's the grandstand, good luck. You gotta camp out because you're not getting. It's
I
all.
don't really care.
It's all.
I don't really
rich
care to see
people
the
and-
golf.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
wouldn't
but
be-
that's the hole you want
it's
to go to,
spectacle.
though. You know, like
The hole in ones.
yeah, the beer cans and all thrown and all. Waste Management would be cool.
Nate,
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think
Any,
that's all.
any others?
I heard NASCAR is dope,
Yes.
I can't get into.
I have no desire.
but I heard it's better than you think.
Well,
Nate-
watching
Nate-
cars go around.
Nate, with
Make
all
the
due
left-hand
respect,
turns.
I would love to see you at a NASCAR.
Yo, no, I'm just saying, like I like
Yeah, Nate, you ain't going to no NASCAR.
no, there's a guy I used to the guy who did the podcast with. He used to do security at the
Really?
track in Delaware.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the Dover track, and he said you'll be
The
amazed.
stadiums are huge. They're
Like he
bigger
said-
than NFL
Oh, yeah.
stadiums.
We have a cousin who they had this cabin up in Pocono.
Yeah.
10-minute drive to Pocono. And I went there before it was NASCAR. They used to have Indy car races, and it's interesting.
Yeah.
The stadiums
But
are huge.
I've been to Dover.
The thing I can't believe is how loud it is.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't hear yourself talking so loud. Yeah, it's incredible.
But it's hard to just get excited for guys making turns.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
just hoping for a wreck.
Everybody's waiting
You're
on a
just
wreck.
hoping for a
Exactly.
wreck. That's all. It is.
That's everybody's there just for that.
Not
Nobody
everybody.
wants to watch a car make a left-hand turn for 8 hours.
Well,
It's not 8
everybody.
hours. It's like 4.
Okay, 4.
Some people go there because they're interested in who's winning
Yeah.
and looking at who's maneuvering. And they're into the race itself.
Yeah. People are like,
You can do that on
like to
TV.
drive.
Yeah.
Right? Guys that are. Yeah.
I didn't say I would go all the time. I just said once. I just want
Somebody
an
said, "I got a
experience.
ticket for you for the infield.
Yeah, and like
Go hang out and drink beer.
get dressed up for the Derby. Like I think
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
I would love
Yeah.
I want to see you wear the derby hat.
Oh yeah, I can rock a Derby hat, man. Don't let this ball hit for you.
My dad said his bucket list would be go to the press conference on the fire, Jim Franklin.
Wow,
Smitty, you want to handle that?
No.
Stop paying attention.
that might be a
What
while.
did you just say?
My dad said his bucket list was go to the press conference when they fired James Franklin. I said Jimmy Franklin.
Okay.
You know what? I know we said an SEC game. Maybe like a national championship.
Let them know who's wrong
That's
with
what
them.
Jim-
National, let's send the one screenshot.
What screenshot?
One from the Facebook.
Oh yeah, I already told. I already told you, bro. I already told you that.
All right. It wasn't a standard show. I mean, you got your this day in sports if you want to go through it.
Nah.
I was just kind of
It's only 3 items.
Well,
talking
a whole
about
lot.
Super Bowl.
Phillies pitchers and catchers started yesterday.
No, we're
You
not
know what?
doing-
I honestly,
We're not
I
doing
don't
baseball.
care about another Philly sport for the rest of the year. We got a podcast to do, so I'll. But
Phillies are
the
so
Sixers
good
are-
though.
Yeah, all right. Well, that's
In August.
Yeah. Let's talk about the Phillies in September.
Yeah.
When it matters.
Talk about how good Paul George is.
I mean, the Sixers are dead to me.
Yeah, that's
They
bad.
got nothing. The
Outscored
Flyers.
by Bron.
We were excited
Who
at the
cares?
beginning, but
We won the
Flyers
Super Bowl.
could still make the playoffs, right? Or not?
can they?
I know they're on like an all-star break right now. So is the NBA.
NBA's on the All-Star break right now?
Yeah,
It's
it's
all-star weekend.
Is it?
Yeah.
Good for them. Way to go,
I
boys.
had no clue.
It's all-star weekend.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Did any Sixers make it to the
I
All-Star?
don't think so. I think
No,
Maxey got
Maxey.
Maxey
He
got
got
the
snubbed. He
yeah.
got snubbed.
No, but he got the. Did he get the Rising Stars?
No. McCain got Rodgers. So.
Oh
Yeah, well, it's only the first. Is it
Yeah,
2 years
first
or 3 years?
I want a 2 year.
You ready to blow it up, Smitty?
Blow what
I
up?
was going to
So,
give.
so,
I'll blow it up.
I'm not worried about that right now.
We got a parade to go to.
Yeah, we got a franchise elite quarterback. That's what I'm worried about.
Do you want your time?
Really?
Kendrick, sit down.
I mean, the people that go call out. My thing is,
Here we go.
you have to.
I
You have
gave
to.
this all talk.
You have to.
Open the window.
You have. They're the ones that have to look at themselves in the mirror every day and say, "Damn, I was wrong." So I don't really have much to say, other than
What they gonna say now?
really like he's a leader.
QB1.
He's a quarterback. He's a
Hey,
winner.
I got
And if
here.
you're not convinced now, I don't know if you're ever going to be convinced.
I got a
That's what
question
I'm
for
saying.
you. Top 5 quarterbacks.
What?
Top 5 quarterbacks right now.
Right now?
Right
He
now,
might
top
be
5.
He might be one.
Carson Wentz, Patrick Mahomes, Tanner McKee.
He might be one.
I would put Kenny Pickett and Tanner
Hurts?
McKee above
Yeah.
Dak.
He's not a top 5 quarterback.
Yeah, but if you give me a list, give me your top 5 quarterbacks right
Mahomes,
now.
Barrow, Hurts, Lamar. See, I gotta disagree with you. How are you still putting Barrow over when he doesn't want to?
I mean, Burrow had a historic.
He did, but isn't it all about championships?
If Burrow's on Eagles, are they winning the Super Bowl? Same team.
I don't know. Maybe not because the running of
You got
there's
the
no
running.
running. See,
No,
you're
no,
like
no. If Burrow's an Eagle,
right. He
And
doesn't
it's the
run
same-
like Hurts does.
same team.
No,
Dude, he's throwing for 40.
he's not.
Why does it matter? They're not
Because I
winning
think
the
the
Super
fact
Bowl
that
with Joe
Hurts
Burrow.
runs is what
I
makes this
I think
team
the only
even
quarterback you
more-
could put there is probably Allen because he's the skill set is
Allen's a
similar.
turnover.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I don't even go Allen.
Allen,
I'm struggling.
not this year.
When we did this mid-season, I had Hurts at 3.
What are you bringing on the one?
You can't put him
I'm
over.
bringing at least 2.
You can't put him over Pat.
Why not?
Why?
He's
Dude, I
outplayed
had
him
Pat at
twice.
7.
Why not?
He's outplayed
Yo,
him.
yeah, Pat.
for this
is seven-
season,
Wait,
for this
so wait a
season.
minute.
For this
Why?
season right
Let
now.
me ask you a question. Why?
Pat's not top.
Why can you? Why
I can't
can't?
say that.
Why
No,
can't you put him ahead of Pat?
When you look at the body of work of Pat,
You know, if you look at the body of work in the same years that they've been in the league, it's easy.
you can't so the only person you can compare to Pat is Tom. That's it. That's the conversation.
Dude,
When they've gone head to head,
Hurts and
Hurts
Mahomes
has
is.
outplayed him.
Where's
So is
the-
Eli. I said this in the chat. Eli's outplayed Tom
No, no,
Brady.
no, no,
No, you can't do Eli. You
No.
can't do
What are you
Eli.
talking? It's the same
It's like-
conversation.
Well, no, on that conversation,
No.
yeah. Eli's.
Where's the thing that I said last night
Leads
about
the
Hurts
league in
Mahomes the
interceptions.
first 4 years?
Eli was average
Oh.
most of the time.
No, it's not even about.
By the
You
way,
said
the
head to
Super Bowl
head.
team ballot got 0 votes.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
like-
You said head to head. It's the same
All right, ready?
comparison.
Here we go. This is gonna end your little debate. First 4 years in the league. Okay, regular season wins. They both. All right.
Don't say
Mahomes
the
has
names. Don't say the names. Say the
49 and
stats.
45.
Say the
Wait.
stats.
We need to correct this now.
First,
First 4 years as a starter.
correct.
All right, because neither
Don't
of them
say
started.
Don't say the names and then
49
ask what
wins,
Ask which
45
ask which
wins.
QB you would take at the end.
49 wins, 45 wins.
Hurts has 49.
4 playoff appearances, but 4 playoff appearances, 2 Super Bowl appearances, 2 Super Bowl appearances, and they each have a win in their first 4 years. So, body of work, they're on the same trajectory.
You can't tell who's who.
What? 4 more wins, 1 game.
Yeah.
Hold on. But how many
That's the first 4
how
years.
many AFC championships has Pat been
It's
in?
the same.
It's the same.
Same. 2.
In the first 4 years?
Yes.
I thought he went to 7. I thought he's been in
Nine.
AFC championship every
Yeah,
year.
he's been in their
That's
career.
the first
goal.
4 years.
Yeah,
This
you're-
is the first 4
This
years.
is the first 4 years as a starter.
He
They're,
made it his first year, but he didn't win.
they're even.
No, I thought he went to 7 straight AFC championships, right?
Yeah, but he didn't win.
Yeah, but this is his first 4 years.
Hurts has only been a starter for.
He lost
Yeah.
to Brady, Burrow.
So I think the point that Smith's trying to make is that Hurts is on the same trajectory as Mahomes.
And that's
Right? They're on
fine.
the same path.
That's
Yeah.
fine. I'll
Right?
take it.
If that
Yeah.
means 3 Super Bowls,
Yes.
let's
And-
do
and
it.
a dynasty, yes.
Let's do it.
Okay, I see
But
what
if you're
saying.
asking me right now,
If you're saying right now, you can.
I
Right now,
can't knock Mahomes.
I can name 10 teams.
Hello?
I'm taking over.
no, but you can put
Three.
it. You can't put Hurts over Mahomes right now. Head to head, he's 2-1 against them, and he should be 3-0 against them,
And he's played them.
and he's outplayed them every
Outplayed
single
them.
time.
Even that regular season game, he outplayed him.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
She did.
Hurts had
I
a great
couldn't
game.
remember.
Mahomes
2 more
missed,
Super Bowls.
but Hurts hasn't had that ability.
But they're 1-1 in the Super Bowl.
Now they're both 1-1.
Yeah, they're one. It's 1-1. It's 1-1.
Right.
Yeah,
Next year's a rubber match.
probably.
I don't
Right,
think the
so,
Chiefs
all right.
make it next year.
I'll 1-2. They'll flip flop depending on the day for me.
Well,
Then
you
you round it off.
for some reason
I'm
you
falling
have
off on
you
Allen.
have a blue chew for Patty
Tomorrow, I think.
doesn't he?
He's
He's
not
got-
in the top 5. Tomorrow at the
I
parade,
wouldn't say
Hurts-
he's-
You're not saying he's
I'm
top
not
five.
saying he's not.
Tomorrow at the parade, Hurts comes by, gives you a high five. Put it on your list.
Greatest quarterback ever. Montana who?
Yeah.
What about if he's like, wait, I heard you talking about the 3-peat, and he gives you the finger.
Alright. I'll say Hurts gave me the finger.
I'd be honored.
What's it? Andrew's got Hurts, Burrow, or Brady are only QBs to beat Mahomes. I thought that was his ranking.
It is above it.
I can't see it.
Mahomes, Hurts, Allen, Jackson, and Burrow.
That's about everyone's.
Jackson. I'm coming back on Allen. He's a choke artist.
Yeah. Yeah.
So is Lamar.
I think Lamar's more of a choke artist than Allen is.
Lamar can't win a big divisional game.
I think they both are choke artists.
You think Allen choked in that game?
Nah, he played well.
No, but he choked.
Couldn't get the first down.
He didn't choke in that game.
He did.
Worst,
They didn't give it to him.
worst quarterback sneak
It
ever.
was awful.
He got it to play before. Ever.
It was.
Yeah, well, I don't know if he choked. I don't think he choked in that game.
He's choked in many other games. Burrow's got numbers, but he doesn't have wins.
I got Allen over
I want to
Burrow.
blame that on his. See, their defense sucks. You
Yeah.
got Allen over Burrow.
If the Bengals get any.
Look what
defense,
Allen
they
has.
could be-
Like Allen has compared to Burrow, compared to Hurts, he has nothing.
Well,
The-
Allen's got a better defense.
He's got Matt
than
Collins.
Burrow.
You say Matt Collins, Matt Hollins.
I
Yeah.
actually had one of the questions. We don't have time to take a way
What is
too
your
early,
question?
way too early look at the league next year.
SuperBowl Champions.
Everywhere.
Do you think they have a chance to repeat?
Yes.
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 I think they're the best team in the league next year too.
Yes.
Look at
I
the
agree.
roster. It's so
They-
good.
Is there a team that's going to completely fall off?
But what's crazy is they're not even
Chiefs.
they're not even favored. The Chiefs are still.
Chiefs are still favored.
That's
Are they?
unbelievable,
No,
Tim.
Hell.
The Eagles
Yeah,
are.
I was-
I'm
I
just
saw-
telling you. Did you see that?
They're
I
tied.
literally saw
They're
that.
the best
Oh, it's tied now.
Fourth.
It was like plus 600.
They both are plus 650.
And who's-
There was plus 650 for the Chiefs, plus 60 for the Eagles, and then 700 for the Ravens.
Unless do they think the Chiefs are going to go out and get somebody?
Keely Ringo's a special
I mean,
teamer. He'd be
Until
a starting corner on
until
all
somebody
teams.
knocks them off the AFC, how can they not? They've represented the AFC 7 years in a
Isaiah
row.
Rodgers would be a starting corner in half the league.
Sneaky NFC.
Wait a minute, you can't say that because I said we should keep him, and you're arguing with me.
I would keep Isaiah Rodgers. I hope he gives me some good parlays.
I'd
too.
keep Rodgers.
Dude, that was great when he said the bet on him and he
Yeah.
put that.
Yeah.
What would be a sneaky NFC team outside of the Eagles?
Yeah.
Outside of the Eagles.
Who will be?
Yeah.
Who?
I mean, I would say the Commanders, but they're not sneaky now.
Rams?
Now that they made it.
No,
Now the Rams might fall apart. They have no quarterback.
the Saints.
You said they have no quarterback?
I'm kidding.
He's fun at that.
I'm kidding. But the Saints.
No, I'm about to say you said they have no quarterback?
No.
Yeah, I think
He's
I
I heard Stafford might leave.
I don't think Cooper Cup matters.
No. I don't know. The Rams might still be good. Their defense is good.
Could the Falcons be good with Michael Penis?
Maybe. That's true.
No, I don't think so.
What about
Could Dallas? How about Dak coming out? That was hilarious.
I mean, I think Detroit will be back, right? They had so many injuries.
Dude.
I don't know. They lost both coordinators.
Yeah, but I heard
Yeah,
were
that's-
saying
that is
Sweat might
tough.
Go to Detroit today.
That is tough to lose both
Both
quarters.
coordinators.
Wait,
I don't think Dan Campbell's a good coach generally.
Dude,
So
about-
those
Did
are-
you
those
see
are
St.
your
Brown
coordinators.
talking on that?
We hired 2 new coordinators.
Did you
this
see
year.
Amron St.
On the
Brown?
Super Bowl.
That
That's
is
true.
true.
Do the Niners
Do you
get
think
any
they would?
resurgence?
Healthy?
Niners are done.
You think they're done?
Keenan falls off the Niners. They're
Debo
not-
might be an Eagle.
No, Vikings.
Brock Purdy.
Debo's going to get
The
I
Vi-
heard
the
Debo
Vikings will
could
fall
be an
off.
Eagle.
Brock Purdy.
They have no quarterback.
Brody wants Debo in Philly.
The guys love Jordan Love.
I think the Packers.
I do think the Packers are still good.
They have no-
They're-
Packers stink.
They're above average.
Dude, Jordan Love does not stink.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't.
He
Stinks.
stinks.
You don't think that.
Or Washington.
I already said Washington. Welcome to the
Sorry.
show.
Missed it.
That NFC West is going to be a mess.
Yeah.
What's going to be a mess?
The Niners are falling off.
Yeah.
Cardinals.
Who's your surprise team?
Rams.
That's what we're trying to figure
I'm
out.
trying to figure out.
I'm sorry.
Kellen Moore and the
I just
Saints.
made it here.
Kellen Moore.
Cardinals have the brightest future out of any of these.
Maybe the Bears. Maybe
Oh, that's a good one.
maybe Ben Johnson
You
turns
guys
them
all
around.
get excited about the Bears. You were guys.
Oh,
talking
that
about
was
the
a
Bears.
good. That was a good poll.
No, he called about the Bears this year. They suck.
Ben
All right,
Jo-
everybody's walking away, so that's the end of the show.
Pretty much.
we gotta shut it down anyway because we got a parade tomorrow, boys.
Yes, we
We
do.
got a parade tomorrow, so we'll be down.
Championship
We
parade.
will be down on Broad Street
Dude.
celebrating with
You
our
know what
birds.
coolest deal?
And then at some point, we'll all be down there getting pictures with the trophies.
You
2
won't.
trophies.
You won't be.
Uncle Pat will forget to check his email.
I'll make sure when I see the email, I'll let the
Yeah, I just talked to my friend.
Did you see the Fanatic jacket? I don't know that.
But Hurts is doing the Fanatics.
Nobody wants to close out the season the proper way. Y'all just gonna walk off camera.
I just want some
You
beef.
know, Super Bowl I know you want meat. You love meat. You gotta get more meat in your
There's-
business.
I ate
You're
all
all
this. Is
about the hot meat.
He's all
I
about
took-
hot
roast
meat,
beef.
beef.
He loves roast beef.
Watch the cream there. Get that on my roast. So the Super Bowl season. We started with the Super Bowl season. We're not ending with the Super Bowl season.
No, we're not.
We will
I
continue.
don't know who had that goofy idea.
Yeah. Get a little long in the tooth.
I'm just wondering when you guys are going to believe in Hurts. I don't hear anything about him.
We're gonna have another season if nobody believes in Hurts apparently. Still.
Well, Hurts thinks that. He likes that too. He said, let him keep talking.
All right.
He's got 3 roast beef sandwiches now.
Right.
Two.
You. Oh.
Until next Super
Maybe
Bowl
this time.
championship,
You might be right.
be excellent to each other.
Enjoy the parade.
Go Birds.
Enjoy the
Enjoy the
parade.
parade.
Go
We'll see you
Birds.
soon.